I never believed in signs. I believed in routines. Routines make life feel predictable, safe. They give you the illusion that tomorrow will look like yesterday. Every night, I finished work at exactly 1:30 a.m. I washed my hands in the sink until the water ran cold. I made a cup of black coffee, and I sat by the window, watching the empty street below my apartment. I did this every night, without fail, and every night, at exactly 2:14 a.m., someone knocked on my door. 3 knocks, slow, firm, evenly spaced. The first night, I barely reacted. Old buildings make sounds, pipes knock, wood settles. I told myself it was nothing, but something about those knocks felt deliberate. I checked the time on my phone, 2:14 a.m. I waited. No footsteps followed, no voices, just silence so thick it felt like it was pressing against the door. The second night, the knocks came again. Same rhythm, same timing. That's when unease crept in. I stood in the hallway, staring at the door, listening for movement on the other side. There was nothing. Still, quiet, empty nothing. On the third night, I didn't wait. I opened the door immediately after the final knock. The hallway was empty. The lights flickered once, then steadied. The carpet was undisturbed. No shadows stretched along the walls. No sound of someone leaving. I remember standing there longer than I should have, hoping, almost expecting, something to appear. Nothing did. My name is Daniel Cross. I live alone on the 3rd floor of a narrow apartment building on the edge of the city. It's an old place, the kind people move into when they don't want neighbors asking questions. I like my isolation. Or at least, I thought I did. After the 3rd night, I disconnected the doorbell. I even placed a chair against the door. Ridiculous as that sounds now, it didn't help. On the 4th night, the knocking came again. 3 knocks. This time, when I opened the door, I noticed something different. A faint handprint on the inside of the door. Pale. Smudged. As if someone had pressed their palm there from my side. I wiped it away quickly, laughing under my breath, blaming stress, exhaustion, anything that sounded reasonable. That morning, I met Emma in the hallway. She lived across from me in apartment 3B, or at least, that's what I believed then. Emma had a quiet presence. She listened more than she spoke. When she looked at you, it felt like she was waiting for you to admit something. I mentioned the knocking casually, like it didn't bother me. She didn't laugh. She didn't look confused. She asked one question. Does it always stop when you open the door? The air between us shifted. I asked her how she knew that. She smiled faintly, not warmly, not reassuringly. It used to knock on my door, too, she said. I wanted to dismiss it, joke about shared pipes, old buildings, but before I could, she added quietly, "Don't answer after the 3rd night. It learns you're listening." That night, I didn't sleep. I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, counting the seconds, waiting. At exactly 2:14 a.m., the knocking returned, but not on the door. This time, it came from the wall beside my bed. 3 slow knocks. I sat up instantly, my heart pounding. The wall separated my apartment from the stairwell. There shouldn't have been anyone there. Then I heard breathing. Shallow, uneven, like someone trying very hard not to be heard. I stayed frozen, barely daring to breathe myself. After a full minute, it stopped. The next morning, I called the building manager. He sounded irritated. "There is no tenant named Emma in 3B, he said. "That apartment's been empty for over a year." I laughed at first. Then I stopped. I checked the hallway camera footage that evening. Every night at exactly 2:13 a.m., the feed glitched for 1 second. Static, then normal. At 2:14, the knocking. I went to apartment 3B. The door was unlocked. Inside there was nothing. No furniture, no dust, just bare walls. and marks near the door frame. 3 vertical scratches, over and over again. That night, I stayed awake with my phone recording. 2:13 a.m., static, 2:14 a.m., 3 knocks, and then 3 knocks answered back. From inside my apartment, from the closet behind me. I turned slowly. The closet door stood open. Inside wasn't clothes. It was another door. Old, wooden, scratched deep, like it had been opened too many times. Carved into it were words written in my handwriting. "Don't open after the last knock." My head throbbed. Memories surfaced. Memories I didn't remember choosing to forget. A year ago, a knock at my door, a woman standing outside, cold, panicked. Emma. She said someone was following her. I told her I didn't want trouble. I closed the door. I remembered the sound she made when she fell down the stairs. The knocking never stopped after that, because it wasn't trying to get inside anymore. It was reminding me. At exactly 2:14 a.m., the final knock came. From inside the room, behind me,